Patience. So I'm trying to figure out the settings here. So if something doesn't sound good, just let me know, or if the video quality is bad, or if there's like lag, just let me know. Or if it's good, also let me know. So I'm gonna be continuing part 2 in this series. I'm gonna be learning PHP through CodeAcademy. I know somewhat of PHP, but I'm gonna be focusing on it a lot in the next coming months. I'm trying to find a new job in PHP, or it doesn't have to necessarily be PHP, but a new job. I have 4.5 years of web development experience. I know already HTML, CSS, and also know React, JavaScript, and now we're trying to get better at PHP. So that's why I'm doing this. And if anyone has any questions, suggestions, just type it up in the chat. And here we go. So last time I did getting started with PHP. So that's the basics. That's what we're trying to do in this series. So we're basically trying to get up to learn all the basics PHP, then do something useful in PHP. A lot of times you'll see with PHP, you're going to see a lot of form handling, and that's what we're trying to do here. So this is probably going to be an 8-part series, and then eventually I'm going to go into other stuff, maybe projects in PHP, maybe Laravel, WordPress. Actually, I know a decent amount of WordPress, but this helps me in WordPress. And so I went over this last time. I went over getting started with PHP. This course is actually new in CodeAcademy. They used to have an old course, but they refreshed this, and so far I like it. Okay, so I did this before. I did it in a video before, and we're gonna go and we're gonna do. And actually, I'm gonna be trying to do more regular videos. So usually in the morning, maybe 10 o'clock Eastern or around that time, I'm gonna try to do a video, and then maybe in the afternoon a project. Anything that gets that helps me learn, that helps me get motivated, that helps me get a job. It doesn't all have to be about getting a job, but sometimes. Okay, so I actually did some of this learn PHP variables. So the first part is probably gonna be a little quicker. So let's see. So we're starting PHP strings and variables. Okay, so learn about PHP strings and variables. So string. Okay. Okay, so let me just read what it says here. In everyday conversation, we use the word data to refer to any sort of information. This information is often a list of numbers, like a company's monthly expenses or statistics about an athlete's performance. However, in programming, data means something very specific. It's still information, but that information takes the form of a few specific types. Okay, so they're talking about the types of data in programming. The PHP language has different ways of handling different types of data, which actions the computer can perform, and how the computer stores the data in memory will vary based on the type. In this lesson, we'll learn about the string. So we're learning about strings. Let me make this bigger. And let's see how big I can make this. I know some people view this on mobile, so I try to make it good for them. I used to watch a lot of videos on mobile, so sometimes you just gotta learn where you can. The PHP language has different types of ways of handling. Okay, I read that. Strings are words or pieces of text that the computer treats as a single item. Okay, A string is a sequence of characters, okay? It can be any length and combine any letters, numbers, symbols, or spaces surrounded by quotation marks, okay? It's important to distinguish between strings and the rest of the code in PHP program. Every part of a program is text, but strings are the part we intend to keep as data, not as instructions to be executed by a computer. In this lesson, we're going to focus on strings wrapped in double quotations. If you're curious, you can check the official PHP documentation to see other types of PHP strings. In later lessons, we'll be using PHP to create HTML documents, enabling dynamic web pages as we'll learn basics. However, we'll be writing simple PHP only programs that run in terminal. Let's do strings. Okay, so I actually already did this, and what I did was, so if you're doing PHP, you're gonna have to you're gonna do less than quotation PHP. Sometimes you close it, but I know for WordPress they like having it open, but this is just general PHP, so in general you'll close it. They actually might close it for me, or I think you could just leave it like this open. Okay, but that's not really relevant right now. Okay, so let's first start echo and hello world. Okay, and semicolons. This is so important in PHP. Like in JavaScript, sometimes you could not have a semicolon if it's just a one line, but in PHP, I think you always have to do it. Okay, so you do that, and then you run, and then okay, that's what we have. Hello world. Okay, next, escape sequences. Okay, escape sequences. We use the quotation marks to indicate that the start and end of a string. The quotation marks tell the computer that we want everything inside them to be treated as a single piece of data. But how do we include quotation marks inside a string? Okay. Consider the following. She said hi to the dog. Okay. In the code above, the quotes around hi are intended to be part of the string. Okay. But the computer will actually see two strings. She said and to dog with hi in between. Since hi won't be recognized as valid PHP, it will result in an error. Okay. So when you see this T string error, I think this is the reason, because it's not really valid PHP. I actually see that error often, and I didn't really know why. So this is actually helping me figure out some other parts of PHP. I'm gonna actually look up T string just to kind of make sure. T string. No. Okay, actually I'm not. In order to indicate which quotation marks computers should view as instructions versus which it should view as simple characters, PHP allows for escape sequences. Okay, let me write escape sequence. Escape sequence. Okay, an escape sequence usually consists of a backslash. Okay, backslash immediately followed by another character. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So echo so quotation mark she said backslash quote hi backslash quote. Okay. Okay. So you do the backslash. So you're trying to get your. So you do the backslash to escape the next character. So that's why we have two backslashes here, because we have two quotes. So if we just had one quote, it would just be one backslash. If I understand it correctly. Okay. So backslash, then the character that you want to escape, usually a quote. Okay. Quotation marks aren't the only symbol requiring an escape sequence. When we print multiple strings, PHP will print them to the same line by default. Okay. Let me write that down. So when we print multiple strings, PHP will print them to the same line by default. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so okay, so that was important. So echo go to the gym. Okay, the code above will output go to the gym. Okay, so it's gonna be on the same line. To print the second string on a new line, we can use the new line escape sequence. Okay. Okay, so echo. Let me write this down actually. So if I do \n, it's new line escape sequence. Okay, so I do echo. Let's do echo. Echo. So one dot. Okay, one dot go to gym, which you should. Helps you learn more. Okay. Echo. Okay. \n dot cook. Oh no. \n 2 dot. Okay. Cook dinner. Dinner. Okay. Okay. Echo go to gym. Okay. So if this \n was in here, it would be on the same string. No, sorry. Same line. But since we have \n, it's going to be on a different line. Okay, so run. Okay, teach PHP, eat breakfast, learn to have fun. Go to gym, cook dinner. Why is mine weird? Huh. I'm just gonna see, I think. Oh, okay. So it's telling me to write 1, but if I do that, it's stuck on the string before. So let's do \n1. There we go. So I think it's telling me to do this, but I think I have to do the \n anyway for the first one. Okay, you don't need to worry about other escape sequences yet, but if you would like to see a full list, you can find one in PHP documentary. So there's more than one escape sequence. Let me check this out really quick. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so these are all the these are all the escape sequences. Okay. So if you have something you want to escape, it's basically the same thing, but just different letters or symbols depending on what you want. But I think they're all \. backslash, whatever you want to escape. Okay, so let's go back to this. Okay. Okay, so I already did this, but you already kind of get it. Escape sequences, and if you don't do it, the escape sequence, what happens? So let's go to the next lesson. String concatenation. This you see all the time. And the only thing that's a little confusing about this, especially if you're from JavaScript, JavaScript has the same thing, but it's a plus. This is a dot. So depends on what you like. You just gotta get used to it. Okay. My pen fell. Let me get behind that. Okay, string concatenation. I'm not gonna read this one. It's basically combines the one. So if you have two strings and you want to combine them together, all you have to do is put a dot in between. So like we have here, echo, then code, then academy. So you see that echo is a full string, so it has the two quotation marks around code, and then academy is a full string too, so it has the full quotation marks as well. So if you put a dot, it echoes CodeAcademy. So CodeAcademy. Okay. So, but if we want to use the lesson that we learned before, \n, my name is quotation mark dot Andres. So this Andres right here, see how they have a space? That space, it's gonna recognize that space. So okay, so here, see how that has here. But you could also do, if you want to put in a space, a separate space, you could do this space dot, wait, no. I think it's auto completing for me. Okay. Dot, no, not what I want. Dot, no, that's not correct. Let me just, okay. So dot right here. This could get a little confusing, but I know in JavaScript they have like template strings, which makes this a little easier, which you could just have the exact way you write it. I think in PHP they have it too, but that's not for this right now. Okay, so let's run this. My name, okay. My name is, and then space Andres. Okay. And then to have various ones, you just put it here. Okay, so that's string concatenation. You're gonna see this all the time. So you have to kind of keep this in your memory. Okay. Now, we were doing strings. So that's strings is just one part of PHP and just one part of programming in general. Now we're going to learn variables. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let me read it. Let's say I have a really long string in my program and I'm going to need to use it multiple times. Do I have to type the string out every time I need to use it? The answer is no. Variables are a fundamental programming concept designed to address this concern. With variables, we store values so that we can easily reuse them throughout a program. Before we can use variables in our code, we need to declare and assign them. Okay, so declaring a variable. Okay, this part is important. Declaring a variable is the process of reserving a word. Okay, the variable name. Okay, which we will be able to refer to in our code. It's good practice to name the variable in a way that describes the data it holds. Okay, Assignment is the process of associating that variable with a specific value. So every time we use the variable's name, the computer will grab that value. Okay, that's variables. So we already did strings, variables. Now we're going to create variables. Okay. Okay, so I already did most of these. But they seem to have some good information, and this is important, so I'm probably going to go over it completely. Let's look at an example of creating a variable. Okay, so we have $my name. So in PHP, to start a variable, you do $my name. So, but if this was, I know this is in PHP, but this is JavaScript is my first programming language. For JavaScript, you do var and then the name and then whatever it is. But I think even in PHP, you could do this too, because I think inside functions you have to name them var. But this I'm not 100% sure. But this is not for this. Okay. $my name. Okay. And then the string that we had before. Okay. In the code above, we're actually doing two things. With a single statement, we're declaring a new variable by giving it the name. Okay, so we're declaring it, then we're assigning it. Okay, to declare it, okay. And then we're also assigning it a value. Never tell. Okay. The variable $_my name now holds that string. To declare a variable, we can use the $_ followed by our chosen variable name. Okay, so $, okay, $, new variable. So I believe if I just do this, that declares a new variable. The variable doesn't have anything in it, but that should declare it. Okay, so declare variable, and so declaring variables and assigning variables are two different things, but they could be done exactly at the same time. Declare variable, okay, and assign variable. To declare variable, use the $. Okay, we did that. Okay. Okay. To declare variable, we use the $_ followed by our chosen variable name. The $_ is known as the sigil. It's a character that allows the computer to see quickly that something is a variable. Okay. To assign it a value, we use another operator, the assignment operator, which looks like an equal sign, which actually is an equal sign, followed by the value we're assigned to the variable. Though it can occasionally be useful to separate these actions, will most often be declaring assigning variables at the same time. Okay, so sigil, then variable name, then the assignment operator, which is an equal sign, then the variable value, which is a string right now. Okay. In PHP, variable names can contain numbers, letters, and underscores, but they have to start with either a letter or an underscore. Okay. PHP, I'll write that down. Variables, names can contain numbers, letters, and underscores. But they have to start with either a letter or an underscore. Variable names are case sensitive. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Variable names are case sensitive, meaning that PHP will treat the variable $ my underscore example and my uppercase M y underscore example as two different variables. Okay, very important. One common convention is when naming PHP variables is to use an underscore between words on variable names, and with more than one word in their name, this is known as snake case. Okay. Okay, so let's create some variables. So I already did this. So you can kind of see it, $silly, and then the assignment, which is equal, then quotation marks with the sentence that we want, and then we have the same thing here, $biography equals, which is the assignment, and then quotation \n, which is gonna give us a new line. Okay, and then this one is variable and concatenation. Okay, so we did three things here. Okay, next, using variables. Okay. Using variables, once we declare a variable and assign the value to it, we can use it as many times as we want. We refer to variable by using a $ followed by the variable's name. Okay. I'm gonna actually sit down now. I'm just standing up. I have a standing desk. And now I'm gonna sit down. If you're trying to squeeze as much productivity if you can, it's always good to move around. That's why I bought a standing desk. But standing too much is tiring, especially because I do a lot of other things in this. Okay, using variables. Once we declared a variable and assigned a value to it, we can use it as many times as we want. We refer to variable by using the $ followed by the variable name. Okay, so $ favorite food, favorite underscore food, and then and then echo favorite food. Okay. Except during assignment, whenever the computer sees a variable in your code, it replaces the variable with the value assigned to that value. Okay. Okay, so s dog name tadpole equal echo. Oh, sorry, I said s. I mean $ dog name. I might just call it Sigil because that's like the official name, but a $. Dog name. Since the computer treats a variable just as if it were the value it holds, this means we can do operation on variables just as we would with any name of that value. Okay, so we have here, we assigned it, we assigned the language. So echo hi, I'm name. Okay, echo \n, I'm learning, concat, and then the variable. Okay, so let's see what this prints. Okay, let's see how it prints there. Good. Okay. Okay, so that's how we use variables. So basically, we echo and then whatever we want. So right now, the only variable we have is name, and then we could concat. Let's put a space in between. Dot $language. So this part Mm -hmm. I think, let me see, put backslash, no, backslash n. Okay, I think this is how I would do it. Let's see. Okay, I think I think I gotta do this. So this is the t variable. Unexpected. Okay, let's see. Okay, so that's how I have to do it. I think for mm, hmm. Actually, I don't 100% know why that errored out, but that's how you fix it. Okay, run next. Okay, variable parsing. Okay, so we're more than halfway through our lessons of strings and variables. Okay, variable parsing. In the last exercise, we saw how concatenating a number of strings and string variables got annoying. There's an easier way. PHP Strings. Okay. So we're halfway through this lesson, and I might actually. I'm gonna actually stop this lesson now. And so probably the next one, I'm just gonna finish the rest of this, and then after that, I'll just finish the number part of this. So let's go back for a second. This has billing, but you don't have to pay for the regular CodeAcademy. Run PHP. Okay, so I already did this in the first video, and we're doing part 2. So we're kind of halfway through learn PHP strings and variables. So I'm gonna probably tomorrow, maybe Monday actually, Monday or Tuesday, I'll make another lesson. I'll start this in the morning, and then after this, using the afternoon, I like to do projects, and I'm gonna keep doing this and projects for until I find the job. Good luck at with anyone else, whatever your web development goals are. And if you like this video, subscribe. If you didn't like it, you could hit the dislike button, but just tell me why. And if you have any suggestions, let me know. And good luck, everyone. I'll see you guys